my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And with that being said, today we are going to get a sign from Archangel Michael. So let me give these a quick shuffle. Archangel Michael, what is the sign that you have for my fellow humans? Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, make sure you check out the description box. It will show you how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member of the channel. So Archangel Michael, what is the sign that you have for my fellow humans today? Okay, thank you. What is the message you have? The sign that you have for my fellow humans today. What is the sign that you have for my fellow humans today, Archangel Michael? Oh, okay, thanks. Thank y'all. Increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. All right, so let's get some. Archangel Michael, what is the sign that you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? What is the sign that you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like to share? Okay, so we've got the 8th house Taurus energy and the North Node energy. You could have Taurus in the North Node, Taurus in your 8th house as well. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Or prominent 5th place house, prominent 5th house placements. Okay, I can talk. So Archangel Michael wants to talk to you about the signs and synchronicities that you've been receiving and this communication from beyond. Okay, there's a lot of the hidden that's being brought forth to the consciousness. So this could be a lot of subconscious energy that you are finally recognizing and seeing for the first time, or seeing again since it first happened, right? And being able to stably go through that without any hiccups or without any feeling like things are falling apart. Really truly being able to find a footing as you move through that, because you're moving into a period of your North Node energy. You're really letting go of all of those anxieties and fears and karmas from the past. And through letting go of all those fears and all those karmic patterns that you've gone through, you're freeing up space now for you to be able to manifest what you desire. So maybe you've been wondering, why the heck has it been forever and a day since I've manifested what I want? It feels like it's been forever. It feels like it's taking this time. But it's also because you've been clearing out so much baggage here, so much baggage. And it's all with purpose. It is, at the end of the day, you know, it's not for naught. You're doing it because it means something. But there's a huge transformation here. It does feel like this has been something that's been really taboo for you, but it's also something that I feel like you've enjoyed, because it's like you're facing those parts of yourself that feel like this is dangerous. I can't do this. And you've been super persistent about it. And it's been a slow progress and slow process. And that's okay. Why? Because now you're standing in this powerful North Node energy where you're actually walking your path of purpose. Okay? Really connected with your inner divinity. You're really connected with your soul, with your higher self, with Source, with your angels, with Archangel Michael. You're really connecting on a deeper level here. And it's feeling really good. I don't have my angel tarot today. I just didn't bring it out, but I'm going to be using my good old Tarot Marseille. So, Archangel Michael, what is the sign that you have for my fellow humans? What would you like to share? Yeah, there's something here that was very much an illusion that was ruling your consciousness and creating a lot of turmoil for you. I feel like it was just a way of thinking based on a way that you were feeling. So there's like a trigger response here. And the trigger response was creating a disconnect for you. And it was creating this illusion. So it was like basically like maybe you were thinking people were gossiping about you. And whether you were right or wrong didn't matter. What mattered is how that thinking about it made you feel. And then that made the thinking process even more dark and shadowy and like, oh my gosh, like they're never going to accept me. Nobody accepts me. Like feeling like you're not good enough. When Archangel Michael is saying like, this is something that you're seeing about yourself that you didn't want to see before. What else would you like to say here? Yeah, you weren't paying attention to your own thoughts. In other words, it was just getting stuck on, oh, my intuition is telling me they're gossiping about me, and then almost like flying down a rabbit hole because of that. And it doesn't have to be gossip. It could be anything, right? That's just the example that he's giving me right now. The candle just went out. So, yeah, it was just something that like, it was like while your intuition is trying to save you and protect you from certain situations, the emotional ego is having a heyday with that. It's like, oh, the intuition told me this, so it's okay for me to think whatever I want about that. And that was really hard for you to discern. Is this my intuition or is this my emotional ego? But you're seeing something now. Like you're seeing like my intuition was warning me, but my emotional ego was sending me down this crazy rabbit hole of telling me I'm not worthy. I don't deserve to be liked. I don't deserve to be this. Like, of course, people are going to talk about me, yada, yada. Right? And so you had to set these emotional boundaries. This is an emotional boundary with yourself. I feel like you have to set that boundary with yourself. It's something that you're doing, but that's actually what brought you into this North Node energy. Yeah. This was a hard realization for you with the House of God. It's troublesome, right? Like it's no one wants to say like I'm the cause of my own demise, right? But sometimes we really are the cause of our own demise, and we try. It's so easy to put it on everyone else. Like, oh, it's your fault. You're the one that did this. Like you're the reason that I'm struggling. And it's not that that person didn't play a part on the journey, because they absolutely have. But when we put all of that on another person, we're basically saying that we have no involvement whatsoever in our own journey. That this person is completely 100% in control of our journey, and the way that they're treating us is completely 100% their fault, and it's their fault that I'm not succeeding, or that I'm having all these negative thoughts about myself. But they're not in control of our feelings. Right? We're in control of our feelings, and we have to remember that as we're on the journey. Like how we feel is how we feel. It's not how another person is making us feel. It's this person did something which triggered a response, an emotional response in us, and now it's our feeling to deal with. But oftentimes what we get stuck in is like, oh my gosh, that person made me feel this way. And so then we end up doing an eye for an eye, and we think we need to do that same thing back to them. And chances are that person is probably unhealed as well. And it creates this back and forth. And whoever does the bigger, badder thing is the one who wins. And really, no one wins in those situations. So that's what it feels like here, that your emotional ego is getting stuck in something that was like that. Trying to win and feeling like this is a very unfair situation. Like, why do I have to be the one to put up with this? Why do I have to be the one to go through that? And it's not that it was singling you out. Like Source was never singling you out. Archangel Michael was never singling you out. It was never about that. It was just, this is a situation that was being attracted to you because of these thoughts that you were having. That's what it was. As within, so without. So within, internally, you're struggling with yourself and thinking these negative thoughts about yourself, whatever they are. And externally, how manifestation works, you're manifesting that into your life unknowingly, because it's through the subconscious. It's based on past circumstances. It's based on the emotional ego having its run-of-the-mill for however long it had its run-of-the-mill. And it's still going to do everything it can to hold on to that control, because that's what it it's there for. It's for our safety. It's for our survival. But, you know, we don't need to run away from monsters anymore. You know, we're not really in that same type of energy that, you know, like back in the caveman age they were, where they needed that survival skill. It's what the emotional ego has always been for. It's to save us from getting eaten alive and you know, from dangerous things. And while it comes in handy sometimes, now we've grown so much and evolved so much as a race and as humans, that our intuition is what we can use to guide us now, which is more spiritual than the mundane. The emotional ego is very mundane. It's very connected to this physical world. What can I touch, taste, see, and hear? And so we're trying to rewire our brains to trust in the spiritual, the unknown, the unseen. But that directly goes against what the emotional ego believes in, because it can't see it. It can't touch it. It can't taste it. It can't feel it, even though emotionally you can, right? And sensitivity wise you can, but that's our auric body that is picking up on that. So again, that's very spiritual. But this has been something that's been very difficult for you. And Archangel Michael is saying, like, this process has been taking some time, because this thing, whatever this was holding on so much. And it may still be holding on, but you're slowly coming into this awareness. And, you know, the house of God is where, you know, basically source comes down with this feather. And the feather is the wisdom of enlightenment and the knowledge that you need in order to grow, and knocks you off your high horse. Like, that's really what it is. No one likes a tower moment. No one likes them, but they do serve their purpose, and they do have, you know, this power behind them where they can let us start again and begin again. But we're actually beginning from experience. And the unique thing about this is that it knocks both our emotional ego and ourselves, our higher selves, out, really. But that's our physical self. But our physical self is already connected to our higher self. And then there goes the emotional ego. He goes floating down the river, and he's gone, right? Source took care of it for us, but it was not a fun thing to go through. And so there's something here that's holding on with this 8th house energy. It's a fear, it's a danger, it's something that doesn't feel good. It's some sort of karmic issue that you've been working through time and time again, over and over again, and peeling back layers and layers and layers of hurt and pain and sorrow. But through that, you're actually stepping into your North Node energy. And so you're going to feel a lightening of energy coming soon, where you're no longer in this energy of like feeling remorse or regret or blame or you know, anger even. You're coming into a place where now you're in acceptance and knowing that, like, wow, I really have to take my power back. Activation with the feather, and the feather here and wind are definitely, because it's the air element, right? The feather is connected with the air element. But activation, yeah, this is you activating your journey. So maybe you've always, well, I've been on my North Node for a while, but there's still levels, right? Like spiritual awakening, sure, it would be nice to put it in a box and say one and done, but you know, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, homie. Like, there's tons of flavors, and we're gonna go through all of them. And unfortunately, we still gotta eat the ones we don't like. We can't throw those away. It's like, it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't, right? We have to eat the whole box. Why? Because that's our box. That's our box. So there's gonna be multiple levels that you go through. Yeah, coming back into a place of synergy where there's equal give and take with yourself and your journey. Right? This is not about other people. This is literally about equal give and take between you and your journey, and you and your higher self, and not letting the emotional ego get the best of you. This is the promise. You're gonna have good things happening. It also feels like a new sense of peace is coming in with this new moon energy. A release. This is a big release for you. And it's, you know, the sign is that it's trusting that process, trusting that it's happening for your highest good, trusting that it's happening so that you can become more aligned with yourself, even if it is icky and sticky and yucky and gross, right? Yeah, we have 1177 with growth, learning, development, nature, potential, success, expansion. Take positive steps towards learning and personal development. Engage in activities like taking classes, reading, or spending time in nature to unlock your potential and achieve success. What areas of my life could I benefit from learning or growth? How can I incorporate new experiences or knowledge into my daily routine? Enroll in a course or workshop that interests you. Read a book on a topic you're passionate about, or spend time in nature to reconnect with your inner self and stimulate growth. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Yeah, you knew this was a part of the growth. You knew this was a part of the circumstances in your journey, and you're learning. This is something you're learning as you go, and it's not pretty and it's not fun, but it's going to give you valuable wisdom. Look, we have 7, so 1177 and 7, soul purpose. Wow, thank you, Archangel Michael, so much. Thank you so much. This is so incredible. We have life path, divine guidance, success, alignment, mission, fulfillment. Your angels are pleased with your life choices and are letting you know that you're on the right path. Keep up the good work as you are successfully fulfilling your soul purpose and life mission. How can I continue to align my daily actions with my soul purpose and life mission? Today, acknowledge the progress you've made and take a moment to reaffirm your commitment to your soul's true calling. Wow, that's what I was saying. Like, you had to go through this difficulty so that you could come up into your true path. Like, remembering that our soul purpose isn't something that we assign ourselves. It's something that's a calling. Well, calling is different than our soul purpose. Okay, so like a calling is something that we're called to, but our soul purpose is truly our healing journey. It's getting closer to our soul and that alignment. And sometimes we resist that because we're going through such difficult times. We've got abundance on the bottom with, if you're struggling financially or emotionally due to changes in your life or relationships, your angels want you to know that these difficulties are temporary and also an opportunity for growth. Exactly. Difficulties are an opportunity for growth. Let's see if there's a shadow aspect that Archangel Michael would like to bring out for you here. What's the shadow aspect of this reading, Archangel Michael? What would you like them to know? Wow, okay. Sneaky snake. This one wanted to come out too. Going behind your back. Deceitful. Swindler. Okay, exact. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I was saying. That energy I was getting where it's like, well, someone's gossiping about me or someone's saying this about me. Okay, Archangel Michael is confirming that here. Yes, there is someone here that's doing that. There is someone here who's not being true to themselves and they're not being truthful to you. But there's a huge but here. We don't need to let that be the reason we go down this ridiculous rabbit hole of I'm not good enough. And it is. It's there's a reason we go down it, but it becomes ridiculous because after a while we get so sucked in and we've spent longer than we care to admit thinking terrible things about ourselves because these people are being the shadow part of humanity. Okay, they're not in their good lighted energy. They're in their shadow aspect and they're showing up in their shadow and they're projecting that shadow onto us. And so your intuition is correct. And I feel like even if it wasn't a gossip situation, this is coming out as a confirmation showing like whatever you were intuitively thinking, whatever you were intuitively guided to see, that is correct. But that thing of going down the rabbit hole and getting sucked into the negativity, that's what Archangel Michael wants you to know. Like, don't do that, right? Don't let yourself be a victim of that. And if you do, which is human of us, that's okay, to say, stop. I love myself. I am amazing. Find something to celebrate. Find something to do to get you out of that. Come into this present moment. Take some deep breaths. Meditate. Sit with it. Find a way to get through it, rather than getting sucked into it, okay? And then the other one here is cuts both ways. Look, good and bad aspects, a mixed blessing and division. So, you know, whatever this is, it's cutting both ways. Like, it feels like there should be some good to it, but there's also some real bad things to it. But regardless, at the end of the day, you're really stepping up into your purpose, which is to connect with yourself. And on the bottom, we have undecided, choosing between lovers competing for affection. So the reason why this hurts so much is because there's a decision to make, and the decision is going to cut both ways. There's a sense of freedom that comes with that decision, but there's also a sense of letting something go and having to grieve over it. Okay. Aphrael and Beletza with 23. A fresh wind is blowing into your life. Believe in your divine guidance and recognize all the gifts along your path. You're being cleansed right now. And that's what the sign is from Archangel Michael. Is this is your sign that you're getting cleansed and things are situating themselves for success in your journey. We have Marilyn and is that Liliana? Liliana? I don't know. Love yourself just as you are. You are amazing. And by opening up yourself to all of your different lives, you become the sum of them. Look at this beautiful dragon with the rainbow scales. I mean, just so beautiful. Merlin coming in. How powerful. Love yourself as you are. Let's see what Archangel Michael says. Open your heart. What was I reading? Where do we say that? I swear I said that. Maybe it was just love yourself as you are. I feel like this wants to stay out. I'm going to leave this out. But open your heart. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others and let love heal this situation. And by that meaning, let love heal you. When love heals you, the solution to the situation becomes clear. Okay, so we're going to read this from the book. It's number 22. So powerful. So many synchronicities. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael, for showing up. It says, when you're in a place of judgment about yourself or others, you create conflict that brings unrest, unhappiness, and unforgiveness. Right now, your ego is a powerful detriment to your happiness. Things may seem complicated, but the truth is that you simply need to get out of your own way. Didn't I say that earlier in your reading? Like we stand in our own way? I think I did. It might not have been on this one, but I'm pretty sure it was. Whatever the situation, you'll find that approaching it with a sense of love can heal all things. There are going to be times when your behavior doesn't match up to your expectations of yourself. If this is the case now, what you are meant to be learning is how to love yourself regardless. Try to remember that at any given moment, you are doing the best you can, and try not to judge yourself too harshly. If you can see yourself the way I see you, then you would never be hard on yourself again. You would know that you are a child of unfathomable beauty and light. There are also going to be times when other people let you down. It is important to remember that they too are beings of unfathomable beauty and light. There is no way for you to fully understand their actions because it's impossible to comprehend the total history of another unique soul having a human incarnation. You are called now to open your heart and offer yourself and others compassion. Forgiveness doesn't mean that what you or someone else did was okay. It's about lifting the weight of the judgment from your own shoulders. Forgiveness sets you free. Judging others is your world's number one problem right now. Don't be a part of the problem. Be the solution. Let love heal the solution. And didn't I say before I even started reading this that when you let love heal you, the solution becomes clear. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. So much. I love when that stuff happens so much. It doesn't matter how long I've been doing this, it still leaves me so giddy and happy and just sometimes speechless, but not right now. All right, so this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little sparkle heart down below and say, I choose to heal by letting love in and letting love guide me to my divine mission and soul purpose. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box. You'll find everything you need down there. And with that, I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides, and give a special shout out to Archangel Michael for coming through with this beautiful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.